Welcome back to the Food Files, the podcast from the Robert M. Kerr Food and Agricultural Products Center at Oklahoma State University. I'm Darren Scott, food scientist here at FAPC. Over the past several episodes, we've talked about research, modernization, and new capabilities coming to FAPC. Today, we're talking about something just as important, and that's people. Because no matter how advanced a food processing facility becomes, it's the people behind the operation that make the difference. Joining me today is Stephanie Baker, FAPC's Manager of Food Safety and Quality. Stephanie spends much of her time working directly with Oklahoma food businesses. She also helps companies strengthen food safety systems, prepare for audits, and improve quality throughout their operations. So, Stephanie, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Darren. I'm excited to be here.
So, when people hear workforce development, they may think about employee orientation or required training. But from what you see every day, it's bigger than that, isn't it?
It really is. Workforce development is about helping people build the knowledge and confidence to do their jobs well, not just today, but as their business grows. Experienced employees are important because food processors are constantly adapting. Regulations change, customer expectations change, even certification requirements change, and with every industry, technology changes. So that means learning never really stops. Whether someone is new to the industry or has years of experience, there's always an opportunity to improve. That may mean strengthening food safety, improving documentation, building better quality systems, or helping a team understand why certain procedures matter.
Hmm. And that's something that you see firsthand when you're working with companies across Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Every operation is different. For small startup companies, they probably don't have a dedicated food safety or quality assurance manager, and just a few people are wearing all the hats.
Hmm.
Some businesses are preparing for a third party audit, others, maybe they're doing their first food safety plan. Some are just trying to improve documentation or strengthen daily quality practices. So, my role is help them identify gaps before they become larger issues. Sometimes those gaps are hard to see from the inside of the operation because teams get used to their own processes and they know how things are supposed to work. But when someone comes in from the outside and walks through the system, asks questions, look at the process from a different perspective, it can help bring those shadowed areas to light. Our goal is not to criticize, but to help them understand where they are today and what practical steps could move them forward.
That's what I think that's an important distinction. FAPC is not just offering classes. We're working alongside businesses throughout the year.
Yes, workshops are a part of what we do. Technical assistance is another part, and they really do support each other. The real world questions we hear from processors often become topics we address in the workshops, and what we teach in the workshops helps the businesses improve when we visit their facilities later. So it's a continuous cycle of education and support.
Hmm. One thing I appreciate about FAPC is that our workshops are designed for businesses at different stages. So, some may be launching a food business, someone else may be managing an established processing facility, but both need training that helps them move forward.
That's right. This year, FAPC is offering programs across several areas: food safety systems, that's like HACCP, other food safety plans, internal auditing, SQF and BRCGS are third party audits, produce safety rule, entrepreneurship, and retail operations. So those topics may seem different on the surface, but they all have the same goal, which is helping food businesses become stronger, safer, more efficient, and competitive. Training's not just about meeting regulations, it's about helping the business solve problems, reducing risk, building stronger teams, and preparing for growth.
Hmm. That ties in with what we've been talking about in recent episodes here on the podcast. We've shared updates about FAPC's modernization efforts and our new capabilities. But those investments only create value if people know how to use them well.
Exactly. Facilities create opportunities, and people turn those opportunities into results. As FAPC expands capabilities like dairy processing, high pressure processing, and the Innovation Kitchen, we are committed to helping businesses build the knowledge and confidence to use those resources successfully. That's what workforce development is about. It's preparing the people, not just the facilities, for what's next.
I like that. Preparing people for what's next. That's really what we are trying to accomplish here, at FAPC. We're investing in facilities, technology, and technological expertise. But we're also investing in Oklahoma's food workforce. When businesses have well trained employees, they're better prepared to improve food safety, strengthen quality, increase efficiency, and compete in new markets. That's good for individual companies. And it's also good for Oklahoma's food industry as a whole.
Right. And one thing I would encourage businesses to remember is that training is not something you just do one time. The strong food companies make learning part of their culture. So when employees continue developing their skills, the entire business benefits.
That's a great point. If you would like to learn more about upcoming workshops, technical assistance, or other services available through FAPC, you can visit our website at food.okstate.edu. You can also subscribe to the Food Files wherever you listen to your podcasts. Stephanie, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Darren.
And thanks to everyone listening. We'll see you next time on the Food Files.